Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if your bills are keeping you up at night, your credit is bad, and you trying to figure out who's going to help me, you may have car trouble, the bills keep coming in, and you may be even running out of food, but you have a job, but you just can't find nobody because of your bad credit to help you. Well, this video may be able to help you, all right? Now, we're going to start with some of the third tier lenders. Okay, so third tier lenders, we're talking about like DCU. Like DCU, they offer a quick cash loan, right? Up to $2,000. But here's the catch. You do have to be a member with them for at least 90 days. All right. Now, for some of you all, you may be like, well, Houston, that's too long. Hey, I got you. I got you. I understand. I'm just letting you know some of these lenders that are out here, all right? And it's no credit check. So if you're a DCU, even if you have bad credit, horrible credit, then they would be able to help you, all right? Here's another lender. This is Financial Plus Credit Union. Now, with Financial Plus Credit Union, of course, you have to become a member. But they also offer loans up to $2,000 with no credit check. Like I said, for some of you guys, I understand that these credit unions, because they take up to 3 months, that you don't have time for that. You need money right away. But I just want to show you all that they are out here. And here's the interesting thing about this. See this here? Long as you're making deposits over $500 for 3 months. The reason I'm bringing this up, a lot of you guys are independent contractors, you're entrepreneurs and stuff, and you have your own business, so you're not working a regular 9 to 5. This is the reason I told you guys to reach out to me so you can set up your company the proper way and put yourself on payroll. Because when you're with institutions like this and you are needing money right away, when you're with institutions and you have those deposits going in, even if you're an entrepreneur, you're able to get funding when you actually need it. That's the reason I tell you guys to do this. All right. Now, here's another institution. This is Certified Credit Union. Okay. And now with Certified Credit Union, as you can see here, again, up to $2,000. All right. Now, what they did here, they was doing a comparison, showing you in terms of what you can borrow at like a cash advance or something like that. However, they let you borrow up to $2,000. So that's the thing about it. And as you can see, the interest rates is much lower on these type of credit unions. And again, no credit check. That's what you're going to be looking for. For somebody to give you 2 Gs and you have real horrible credit, that's the type of institution you want to be working with. Now, there's another institution, and this here is DC Credit Union. This is not DCU Credit Union. This is DC Credit Union. So out of Washington, D.C., and you would have to join them. But here's the thing about it. See this? They actually offer a second chance credit builder loan as well. All right. And it's up to $2,500. And again, it's no credit check. So this has nothing to do with the credit. They're actually loaning people up to $2,500. All right. And check this out. Once your score has gone above 550, you are a candidate for traditional loans and financing. All right. So that's the type of institution you want to look for when you have really bad credit and you have a credit union. Now, here's another thing I'll tell you where you never have to worry about the credit. And I guarantee you, if you work on a job, you're doing a W-2 and stuff like that, go to your HR department and request for them not to take taxes out of your check for at least 3 to 4 months. That's going to give you an increase in money so you can start paying down your bills and some of your debt, even if you have a broken down car, to get your car fixed and things of that nature. Again, people, I'm not telling you this information just to let you know, hey, it's out here. I'm trying to teach you strategies to make sure that you always know that you have access to funding. Like you can borrow from your 401k. Some jobs let you borrow from your 401k to pay down debt. But definitely when you have horrible credit and you working a job and you've been on a job a long time, I would definitely go and tell them, hey, I need to file exempt. All right. And so that way you can get a boost of income temporarily to start paying down some of that debt. All right. Now, let's talk about some of these lenders that give you a loan when you have bad credit. All right. So as you can see here, this is opportune. So you can see that they offer loans from 300 up to 10,000. Now the thing about it with opportune, with their situation, they are geolocated, so they're not all over the United States. That's the only unfortunate thing about them. But if you're able to get a loan from them, because you don't even have to have a social security number for opportune in order to get a loan from them. But again, people, when you're laying in that bed and you worried about them bills and they start coming in and you needed money trying to figure out how am I going to pay these bills, these are the type of institutions you have to turn to. And unfortunately, these type of institutions, they're going to charge you a very ridiculous interest rate. But at the same time, when your back is against the wall, you got to do what you got to do. All right? Now, here's another lender. This is Op Loans. Now, with Op Loans, they offer loans up to $4,000. Okay? A lot of people are very pleased with them because they said that they're very flexible in terms of working with you. Now, one of the things about it, I'm going to tell you something about opportunity. Here's all the states, right? Here's all the states that they lend in, all right? So now you can see if you're actually on that list, all right? But one of the things that I definitely want you all to pay attention to is in terms of when it comes to like the credit, it ain't about the credit with them. With these type of people, they're looking at other data point. What's your deposits? Now, I would tell you, like with a lender like this versus OpLoan, like OpLoan, you can have $500 monthly income, right? With a lender like this, they want you to have 1,000 plus. All right. Now, here's some of the requirements. 18, have a bank account. So that's another key that ends up getting people denied because they don't have an active bank account, or they may have too many NSFs, insufficient funds in their bank account. So that may get you denied. Also, I'll tell you another thing that'll get you denied a loan. Even if it's with a creditor that works with people with really bad credit, the address that you put on your application, if that address on the application does not match the address on your credit file, you can get denied for that. That's right. Now, granted, like with these here type of lenders, they don't do a hard pull on the credit, and that's great. But at the same time, you need to know if you have the right address on that's matching on your application as well on your credit report. All right, so you can click the link in the description to get your real credit report, but you definitely have to have that. Receive income through direct deposit. So in terms of income, so can you be disabled? Yes. Can you be on welfare? Yes. But again, long as that revenue is 1,000 plus, these are the type of lenders that will work with you. All right. Now, here's another lender. This is Indy Loans. Now, they loan up to $5,000. Now, the interesting thing about Indy Loans, again, they're like a platform that helps find lenders. But the one thing about it is you're not worried about your credit, all right? This has nothing to do with your credit. But again, going back to having an active bank account, an active email, an active phone number. And as you can see here, they offer loans from $200 up to $5,000. All right. So it's not hard to get the money, but you have to make sure that you have everything in place. So they're not going to ask you to send us over pay stubs. They're not going to ask you, let me see your taxes. They're not going to do all of that. All right. Whatever information that you put on the application usually is what they go off of. Okay. You have this here lender here. This is Net Credit. Now, the interesting thing about Net Credit, they offer the personal loans up to $10,000, and they also offer a line of credit. So with their line of credit goes up to $4,500. And again, as you can see here, it won't affect your credit score. That's what I'm saying, people. This won't affect your credit score. Now, speaking of credit score, and you're trying to get loans and stuff like that, I'm going to show you one lender. And this is something that I've been telling people, and this is very important. All right. So here's this lender. All right. This is Rise Credit. And just keep in mind, Rise Credit is another one of those lenders. They're not in all 50 states. But as you can see, they offer anywhere from 500 up to 5,000, right? But this is something that's very important. I want you all to pay attention to. All right. In terms of which credit bureaus do they report to? They report to Experian and TransUnion credit bureaus when you start making your payments. Again, they won't put a hard pull on your credit to see if you qualify. But I want you all to pay attention to this. Clarity is owned by Experian. Okay, so when they're checking, they may not check your Experian, they may not check your TransUnion. Sometimes you may see a soft pull on there, but most of the time, a lot of these creditors that say they don't check credit, they may be checking Clarity, they may be checking LexisNexis, they may check Telecheck. Teletrack. Teletrack is with TransUnion. These are financial data systems in place. So instead of you getting that hard credit pull, they would check systems like this. Also, like Equifax has Data X. So they would check systems like this. So you have to be very careful in terms of what you put on your application when you're applying, because they may check these systems. All right. Most of the time, they're checking to see if you are in a bankruptcy. All right. But so they're not really they are not really tripping off of how bad the credit is, okay? They just want to make sure you're not in bankruptcy and you have not taken advantage of them in the past, all right? Now, here's another lender that offers up to $5,000 from $300 up to $5,000. Now, this is UpRover. Now, here's the difference with UpRover versus this Rise Credit. This is a very big difference. With UpRover, they are a tribal lender. Okay? So what that means is when you go to the credit union, when you go to the casinos and you lose that money at the casinos, what they do, they take that money and they'll reloan it out. And they charge simple interest on that money. Okay? So where some of these lenders, they're going to charge you double, triple percentage on the money, they charge a simple interest on the money. All right. And then as you pay the loan back, they report it to the credit bureaus, but they would not put a hard pull on your credit file. So if you have the worst credit, that's not going to penalize you. All right. So this is what I want to show you. What if I have poor to no credit? All right. Now, this is exactly what they said. Though you are not guaranteed to be approved for a loan, these short-term loans are designed to help individuals with bad credit or no credit, okay? That's very important for you all to understand. Now, like I said, these lenders will loan you money even if you have bad or poor credit. Again, they look at different data metrics. Now, I would tell you when it comes to income, if you have a spouse in the household, you should put your spouse's income along with yours, all right? Because most of the time they want to look at the overall household income. If you on disability, if you on welfare, but you're renting out a room and you're collecting rent, then you also should include that income. I'm not telling you guys to be facetious or to lie to these people. I'm just telling you, if you have extra income or you work in multiple side jobs, include that income. So the more income you have, the lower your debt to income ratio. It makes it much easier because most of these lenders, they're not tripping off your debt to income ratio. All right. So that's the great part about this. All right. But again, these are your low threshold type of loans for people with really bad credit that just need a helping hand. So this is where you want to go. Now there's one other lender, and this is Money Mutual. Now with Money Mutual, again, they loan from $200 up to $5,000 as well. Okay. Now again, you're not worried about your credit. This is not about your credit. Yes, you can be on welfare. Yes, you can be on disability to get approved for this type of lender. They just want to show proof. Most of these lenders, again, like I said, with the exception of opportune wanting you to have at least 500, most of these lenders, they want your income to be at least 1,000. So I've seen it in the comments. People say, well, they didn't approve me or whatever. Now I explain to you why you have not been approved. And did you go back and correct those data metrics, especially with the address, okay? That address will definitely get you disqualified, all right? Now, if you have any question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.